oil lamps. Really all it is some kerosene that you put inside there and a shoelace. And I'm going to attach a video to this on how to tell a cotton shoelace. Alright, so one of the ways to tell if this is a cotton lace or if it's polyester, because if it's polyester you can't use it, right? One of the ways that you can tell is if you set it on fire, right? You just do that real quick. Give it a second. If there's no plastic dripping off there, that means there's no polyester or any kind of plastics in it, and then you could use that as your wick. So here, see, there's nothing dripping off this, right? Let me just squeeze this out, put it out. As you can see, that it's pure cotton. Because what happens is the kerosene will absorb into this, and the wick will actually swell up a little tiny bit, keeping it tight inside your bottle. Now, you can use any bottle that doesn't have the glass. And I'm gonna give you. Let me just open this one here. Any bottle you can use. For instance, most hot sauce bottles will work. Now I can't say the name because they'll demonetize me. But see this bottle here? The glass is actually the shaker or the dispenser. Now on the larger hot sauce bottle, see, that's plastic. You can't use that. So any type of bottle that has a shaker on it to limit the amount that comes out, you see that right there? You can use. First thing you do is you get yourself a hot sauce bottle. Like I said, make sure it's got that opening on the front there, the regulator. If I could get it in the picture there. It kind of reduces down so that you don't put too much hot sauce on your food. Just make sure it has that. Make sure it also has a lid. You clean it out really good. You get yourself a piece of shoelace. You measure how much you need. Okay, I usually put a little bit more in there so it soaks up the kerosene really well. See this one here? If I turn it around for you here, see how it's just a little bit longer. It's just a little bit longer than it needs to be. All right, you see what I did here? I made it a little bit longer than it needs to be by about 2 inches. So it really can absorb that kerosene. Now what we'll do is we'll fill it with the kerosene. What I'll do is I'll put it in a little bowl like this because that hole is really small and you really got to trickle it slow, right? So this will just catch any extra kerosene that you might have so you don't waste it. All right, now that we have the Tabasco bottle full, we're going to put the shoelace in there. All right, so we're going to just get that shoelace and shove it down in there. Now, what you want to do is for about an hour, you want it to sit like that. You want that shoelace to swell up. And what will happen is it'll get a lot fatter and it'll actually be very stiff in there. So when you go to buy your shoelace, make sure you get something that's either the same size or slightly larger. All right, so there you go. Another little, and all it costs you guys is about 15 cents worth of kerosene. It's out here it's about $3 a gallon for kerosene, so you can imagine how many of these you can make. I've got hundreds of them. I've given them away throughout time, and I've given them away, and people just love it. So